Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bend Senior High School. We are so excited to welcome you to becoming part of the Lava Bear family. What I'm going to do today with you is walk you through some of the basics so that you know all of the resources that are at your fingertips before you walk on campus. The hope is that you are watching this video before you actually come to your first meeting for your new student orientation. And just so you are aware, when you come to that appointment, we will go ahead and create your schedule and make sure that you are set to go for your first day of school. We're going to go ahead and get started. My name's Christine Ewing. I'm one of the counselors here at Bend Senior High School. We are so excited to have you here. This is our amazing team. We have 4 counselors in total, in addition to a wonderful counseling registrar and curriculum secretaries that are here to support you with all of your needs, anything from academic to social emotional and to college and career planning after high school. In addition, we work really closely with our future center, Anita Moore and Tammy Holt, who are here to support you in all things for life after high school. We want to make sure that every Lava Bear walks away with a plan, and we recognize that those plans look different. And so these 2 fabulous gurus are here to help support you in exploring what those plans might be and how we can go ahead and make sure that you have all of the resources that you need for life after high school. In addition, we have an amazing Bend Senior High administration team that are here to support you for all of your needs. We have our principal, Mr. Reese, and addition 2 assistant principals, Miss Steiner and Mr. Pagano. We also have a dean of students, new to us this year in this role, Miss Mackenzie Groshong. We have a school resource officer that is here on campus full-time to support you in all of your needs. And we also have a graduation coach. So lots of different people to help support you as you walk through your high school journey and career. So the role of a school counselor, some of you are coming from schools where you were really involved with your counselors and some of you are not. So this is just a recap of all of the different things that we do. Counselors are here to support each student with their academic, social, emotional, and college and career planning. We recognize that in the course of 4 years, you are going to explore lots of different things. And so part of our job is to help you tap into some of those passions, to some of those interests, and to explore and see what it is that you might want to make a future out of. So as we go through each year, you meet with your counselor to go over different classes and really try and hone in on some of your passions. In addition, we are here to help support you problem solve any academic issues that you might have. So whether that is working through a conflict with another peer or a staff member, we're here to support you in that. And also here just to check in with family and friends for you, because we recognize that sometimes it's hard to interact with people. And we know that sometimes you just need a listening ear so that you can figure out what it is that you need to best support you. And lastly, we're here to get you connected to our community and all of the resources that Bend has to offer. Lastly, as you might know, all services are confidential. And the reason for that is we really want you, as the student, to trust your counselor as you work through the next 4 years of your life. And we also recognize that sometimes some of those topics and conversations might be difficult. So everything that you say in our room stays in our room. It is confidential. However, there are some exceptions to that confidentiality because in the end, we want to make sure that you are safe. So if you share some information about harm to self, harm to others, or if someone is harming you, we want to bring in other supports because our job is to make sure that you feel safe and supported when you're here at school and outside in the community. So there are lots of different ways that you can connect with your counselor. The quickest way is going to be through email. If you have a quick question or just general communication, send your counselor an email. All Bend Lapine school members have the same email address. It's our first name dot our last name at bend.k12.or.us. So email your counselors, email your teachers. Let us know how we can support you. You can also drop by the counseling office. We are right here, right off the main entrance through A Hall. You can come before school, after school, or during passing periods, or even during lunch if you want to hang out with your counselor to ask any questions that you might have. If you'd like to make an appointment, you are going to use our QR codes that are posted all throughout campus, or they are all listed in our email signatures. You're going to click on that link or scan that QR code and make an appointment to see your counselor throughout your school day. Oftentimes at the beginning of the school year and at the change of the semester, there might be some schedule corrections in your course schedule. So if you are placed in the wrong level for a core class, or if there are special circumstances like data entry errors, we will go ahead and make those schedule changes for you. Otherwise, we are really intentional every year when we forecast to make sure that you are picking the classes that you want to be in. And last but not least, if you are in crisis, please let an adult know and then come down to the counseling office. Don't wait to schedule an appointment. We want to ensure your safety. So if you need immediate assistance, please walk down to the counseling office as soon as possible. I know that we have been going over a lot of different staff members here, and I don't expect you to memorize any of those folks. We just wanted you to have just an umbrella of resources to know what you're getting into when you walk on Bend High's campus. But in addition to that, throughout our school, we have a lot of other resources that are here to help you. Right here on campus, we house our school-based health center. And in that health center, we house Mosaic Medical, to help with any of your medical needs or behavioral health needs. And then we also house Deschutes County Behavioral Health. So if you are interested in receiving some mental health services, your counselor can work with you to get that set up, or you can walk down at any time. We also have a fan advocate, and our fan advocate is our family access network advocate. And that individual is here to support you with any of your basic needs or anything in additional to that. So as you prepare for the school year, we know that as we're shifting out of a pandemic, that lots of our circumstances changed. And so our fan advocate is here to help you with that. We also recognize that school sometimes is not an easy thing. So we also offer free tutoring throughout the school year. More information to come on the days and times of when those will be offered after the school year gets started, but be on the lookout for that. We also have a school nurse here on campus to help you. So if you are at school and you're not feeling well, our school nurse is located in A Hall as well, which is right across from the counseling office. You can walk on down to get support there. And as I mentioned earlier, that beautiful picture of Anita and Tammy, we have our Future Center. And again, we recognize that not everybody is college bound, and that is okay. There are so many different trades and apprenticeships and internships and different focuses that students can walk down, and our Future Center is here to help you navigate what that might look like for you. Lastly, we have an app called the First Step app, and embedded in that app is a Safe Oregon app. This is an app that is downloaded to every school iPad. So if you are coming to us from a different school within Bend La Pine School District, you already have a school iPad. If not, you will receive a school iPad after you register and select your courses. And the First Step app is really just aimed to be a mental health support app. You can call, you can text, you can talk, you can email, any of those resources that are there on the app. We know that these are challenging times. Pandemic or no pandemic, it's hard to grow up in this world. And so we want to make sure that you have all the resources at your fingertips. So check out that app. It's free. I would also encourage you to download it onto your cell phone. It is firststep.or. It's a great free resource. And parents, if you're watching this video, download this app onto your cell phone too. It's just a really great way to support your young people. It's a really great way to check in with yourself. And also if you are needing to make a report on behalf of a concern for a student or group of students, you can do that right there through this app. This is just a snapshot of what the app looks like, whether it's on your iPad or on your cell phone. When you open up that app, these 4 bubbles are going to pop up. You can call, you can text, you can report a tip, or you can send an email. The Oregon Youth Line, or Lines for Life, is a really great resource. They have peer support and adult support 24/7. You also have an app on your school iPad called Student View. Parents, you have an app as well called Parent View. And this is a really great resource to help you track attendance, to track your grades. It also gives you an opportunity to directly email your teachers. You can check out your unofficial transcript, but it's just a really great hub that houses all of the things that you're going to navigate through at Bend Senior High. Parents, when you register your student, you will get a username and a password. If you've lost that, or if you need help getting that reset up, Ms. Brooke Baxter can help you do that. And students, that's already downloaded onto your iPad. So definitely take some time to play around with that app. It's going to be a really great resource for you as you navigate through your courses. All right, so your teachers, you're going to be in contact with your teachers every single day. And we know that sometimes when you're sitting in class, there might be some information that you miss. Sometimes you're just tired, or sometimes you just didn't pay attention, and that's okay. So definitely reach out to your teachers if you need support, if you feel like you're falling behind, if you're going to go on vacation, if you're out sick. These are all really great reasons to reach out and connect with your teachers. The last thing is, not that any of you have ever failed a class, but on the off chance that you might be failing a class or close to failing a class, definitely reach out to your teachers for support. Parents, this is also a really great way for you to connect with teachers as well. And as I mentioned earlier, every Ben Lapine staff member is going to have that same email address. So first name dot last name at bend.k12.or.us. But definitely reach out to teachers. They're going to be your first step to getting a lot of those answers. Oops. All right, so on to the pieces that you're going to need to know before you come down to Bend High to actually create a schedule. All right, so we graduate our students through Bend Lapine School District on a 26 credit academic diploma. And the way that it breaks up is as you see here. So every year you're going to do 1 full credit of a language arts or an English class to add up to 4 credits. You're going to be doing 3 full years of math, 3 full years of science, and 3 full credits for social studies, in addition to 1 full credit of health, 1 full credit of PE, and then 3 full credits of fine arts. This does not have to include a second language. So some of you might still be under the impression that you need a second language in order to graduate from high school. You do not. However, if you are thinking of going into a 4-year university, you do need 2 years of a second language. So just keep that in mind. And then a total of 8 full electives over the course of 4 years. That adds up to 26 credits for an academic diploma. Some of our students also want to aim a little higher. We have an option called an honors diploma. This is a 27 credit diploma. And here you will see some slight differences. English stays the same. So you're doing 4 credits of English all 4 years. You'll notice a difference for math and science. So instead of 3 full credits, you're doing 4 for each. Social studies, health, PE stay the same. Now, this is where you'll notice a split. So on an academic diploma, as I mentioned, you don't need a second language. For an honors diploma, though, you do. So you'll notice that there is that 1 credit of fine art and then those 2 full credits of a second language. And then instead of 8 full credits of an elective, you're doing 7. That adds up to 27 credits. The other piece to note with an honors diploma is that a minimum of 5 of those credits that you are earning are going to be in a capstone class. Now, a capstone class for Bend Senior High is any of our IB classes, any of our AP classes, or our highest level CTE classes. You can see the description of a capstone class. If you look in our curriculum guide, you'll see a couple of asterisks and in addition to some course descriptions. So definitely check out the curriculum guide before you make an appointment to come see a counselor. Okay. So this is going to sound a little bit wonky if you've never been on a block schedule, but essentially we are on an ABC rotator. So what that means is you might have 7 classes scheduled in your schedule. However, you are only attending 5 out of those 7 classes every 3 days. So instead of an ABC rotator, we call it a blue, gold, and white rotator. This is going to sound really confusing. Don't worry, every single one of our lava bears gets lost and they find their way. So you will get a paper copy of this bell schedule when you meet with the counselor to create your schedule. But we just wanted you to have an idea that on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, you are starting school at 8:45, you are wrapping up at 3:45, and you are going through 5 out of your 7 classes. Now on Wednesdays, you are also going through 5 out of your 7 classes. It's just an early release day, so you get out at 2 o'clock instead of 3:45. So definitely keep in mind that in the beginning, it's okay to get lost, and we will rotate through. Also on your school iPad, there is an app called What Day, and that tells you exactly what color day we're on and what periods you're going to go to that day. All right, so here is a typical ninth grade schedule. Now keep in mind that again, you might be coming from a different school where maybe you took some middle school classes, so it might negate some of the core classes. So this is just some typical skeleton schedules that we want you to pay attention to. You're going to sign up for a language arts class. You're going to sign up for a social studies class, a science, a math, health one, a different variety of our PE options, and then your electives. Now, again, you can opt in to do a second language, or you can just take a stroll through all of the different elective CTE fine art classes that we offer. And then lastly, every ninth grader has to enroll in what we call a Bear Time Study Skills class. And this is essentially a class that is there to help support you, kind of like a home base or a homeroom. So it's an opportunity for you to check in with teachers. It's an opportunity for you to get some homework done, or to maybe get some tutoring support and services in addition. That adds up to a total of 7.5 credits. Again, we don't expect you to memorize this. We just want you to have an idea of some of the course selections that you'll be able to choose from. This is a typical 10th grade schedule. Again, you're doing your standard language arts class. You are doing a social studies class, a science, and a math, and then a health 2 or a PE, and then some electives. So again, a second language, a CTE, or a fine arts, adding up to 7 credits total. A typical 11th grade schedule looks similar. It shifts just a little bit. So you're still doing your standard language arts class. Social studies, you get a variety of options, and you actually only need to do a 0.5 here. Some students might have already completed that, so you might not have to take that. So just kind of keep that in mind. You're going to be doing a science and a math, and then again, a variety of electives. Now, if you're coming from a different school, some of those credits will be transferred, so you might not need a total of 7 credits, and you might, and that's okay too. Things to keep in mind, parents, if you're listening, is that our juniors and our seniors can have an open period. They can have a late start or an early release. So just keep some of those things in mind, again, as you get ready to create your schedule. And then lastly, a typical 12th grade schedule looks like this. You are doing a language arts class to get that 4th credit. A social studies is going to be a government or an AP government class. A science, if you haven't completed it, or if maybe you're shooting for an honors diploma. Math, again, if you haven't completed, shooting for an honors diploma, or just really enjoy those subjects. And then lastly, you're going to round out your electives. So again, totaling between 6 and 7 credits total. I will just do another plug-in that our juniors and seniors can have an open period. So just knowing that you can have a late start or an early release is also a really great benefit to being a senior. All right, and last but not least, we want you to get involved. There are so many different ways to get involved here at Bend High. So whether that's sports, whether it's clubs, whether it's joining our leadership or student government, we've got our fine arts, our performing arts programs, so many different ways, and then lots of different opportunities for community service here in the city of Bend. We recognize that high school is hard, and we recognize that coming into a new school might be a little bit challenging. But what we do know is that when you get involved, you feel invested, and we want you to feel invested here at Bend High. Once a Lava Bear, always a Lava Bear, and we take pride in that. And being a part of the Long Blue Line is a tradition and a culture that we have here. And we want you to know that you are a part of that culture already. So make sure that you check out all of the different ways to get involved. If you take a look at our Bend High website, you can see some of those options and ways that you can register or get some more information on that. And then last but not least, stay connected. So every teacher, every department has a Canvas page. And through those Canvas pages, you can get so many resources right at your fingertips. The counselors and the Future Center pushes out lots of information to you all the time. Parents, you can also check out our Canvas pages. And this is just a really great way to stay connected with all of the things that we offer here at Bend High. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are excited to have you here. And after you've completed this video, my hope is that you've already scheduled an appointment to meet with one of our amazing counselors to set up a time to go through your schedule and get ready for school. We are so excited. We cannot wait to meet you. Go Bears!